Buying a laptop has turned into a nightmare. It seems that even if you go to a computer shop, you are presented with hundreds of laptops to choose from. This is Currys. They're a retailer in the UK and they sell lots and lots of technology, lots of laptops, as you can see. They sell all sorts of things like microwaves and dishwashers and TVs and consoles. And in this store, they have about 100 different laptops and they look the same as each other. You can look at this one, it's grey. This one's slightly different shade of grey, and then we're back to another grey one, and then a darker grey one, and then a grey one. And you have to study the specifications in huge amounts of detail to try and work out what you're getting and whether it's good value for money or not. There are so many different choices in terms of processors, memory, storage, the screen, whether it's got additional graphics or not. And it's extremely confusing, and laptops range in price from, about £200, $200 to about $1,500, £1,500. So the price difference is huge, and they kind of all still look the same. Even the cheap ones look like the more expensive ones. Unless you're an expert and have been studying the computer market for years and years, then this is going to be very confusing. And it's not going to be something that you want to be doing very often. But the problem is that you can't really tell what is a high quality laptop or not. You can look at the cheaper laptops and you can guess that they're lower quality based on price. But just because you end up finding a laptop that costs a lot more doesn't mean it's necessarily got good build quality. And then other options include these Chromebooks, and these seem to come in two kinds of choices. You've got the really low power or budget options that are really cheap, and then they also do more expensive ones. But what is the real difference there between those, and will you actually notice a difference when using them? It's another potentially confusing option, especially if you don't know what you're looking at. And then beyond Chromebooks, you've got premium laptops, and these are the gaming laptops, and there's a few different choices here, and they seem to come with lights. That's what makes it a gaming laptop: lights and a built-in graphics card. But again, how repairable are these? How well built are they? You just don't really know. And then you can, of course, go for a Mac, and this simplifies things in a lot of ways because there's far fewer options. You've got your MacBook Airs, your MacBook Pros, and different configurations in terms of memory and storage and prices. The prices are quite high. But if you're looking for a laptop, just walk into a store, this can be extremely overwhelming. The thing is that most people don't know the difference between AMD or Intel, and there's also these Microsoft Surface tablets and the Surface laptops, and why would we choose one of these over a manufacturer that is using normal manufacturers such as Asus or MSI? You can spend a hell of a lot of money on some of these machines and they can't be upgraded perhaps, or you can't add more memory, or can you? Do these things even matter? What would you be doing if you're going to be buying a laptop? If you go on the website for Currys, there's another 300, or there's about 300 different laptops to choose from. This laptop looks a little bit different, so maybe you choose that. But are any of these built to last? What is the warranty period? They seem to be sold on price, processor, specifications, but nothing seems to be about whether they're repairable, how long the warranty lasts, or whether you can get them repaired if needed. And then here we're looking at the budget end of this lineup, and there's HP Streams, and laptops for about £200, but they still sell laptops with eMMC drives and just 4 GB of RAM, whereas it would make a lot of sense just to give everybody 8 GB of RAM, an SSD rather than using eMMC, and you would have a system that works much better and should last longer. Then we've got this Asus. It kind of looks quite neat, but again, it's quite low power, not much memory, and I think this one uses an eMMC, and so you're kind of left with a slower system. Yeah, it says it's using an SD card, or Windows thinks it's an SD card. But this kind of thing makes buying a laptop really difficult, and these aren't even including laptops from Dell, which you buy online, don't seem to appear in shops very much. What are these laptops doing to add value for money and longevity? Let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching. Bye.